Good morning. Sorry the video is a little bit late this week. Anyway, I've been a little bit irresponsible and bought something that I didn't really need. Lately I've been shooting a lot with my Canon FD 135mm lens on my X-T2 and been enjoying it so much that I thought I must have a telephoto zoom lens for my Fuji system. So I set about researching what was available and narrowed it down to the 55-200 f3.5 to 4.8 or the constant aperture f2.8 50-140 lens, which is currently being sold with a 1.4 times teleconverter adapter. And then I looked at the price of these items. The f2.8 was coming in at around about £1,350. Yes, there is some cashback. Fuji are doing cashback again, by the way, until the end of May, I think. And the 55-200 was coming in at around about £650 with £90 cashback on top. So I decided to go for that. And with the £90 that I was saving in my mind, I decided to buy a macro extension tube for my Fuji 60mm, which I should be picking up sometime next week. Anyway, to the new lens. It's fantastic. I've been shooting with it for the last 2 days, hence the lateness for this video. And been really enjoying it. It's quite a large and heavy lens, though it doesn't make the camera too unbalanced. It's mostly metal construction and the build quality seems to be typical Fuji A1 build. The zoom ring is incredibly smooth. It's about a quarter turn from 55 to 200, so it's not a very long throw. You've then got a manual focus ring. Now with this lens, to use the manual focus ring you have to set your camera to manual focus as well. You can't just grab the focus ring and focus with it. It's got an aperture ring, not numbered, but it has quite definite, I think, 1/3 stops. Yeah, as I said, the lens is mostly metal construction, so it's quite heavy, and it feels really solid. It feels pretty much like my 60mm, which is a fair bit heavier, but that same sort of solid, chunky feel to the lens. So I've been out, I've shot some short telephoto images, like some sort of landscapey type shots, and I've done some mid telephoto range shots of Dexter and some shots then at the 200mm end of I think a goose up at Craigenose Country Park, and the images are sharp. They're tack sharp, in fact. I couldn't really ask for anything better. I don't really know whether the 50-140 2.8 would be any sharper than this. Yes, it's going to be advantageous in low light situations, but for me, this does the job. It's got optical image stabilization built in. And Fuji's OIS is as good as anything out there. It's a variable aperture lens, and it starts off at f3.5. You're at f4 by 100mm, so it's still quite fast even at 100. You're at f4.4 by 135 and at f4.8 by 200mm. So even though it's a variable aperture lens, it's a very usable variable aperture. even at f4.8 to 200mm, you're still going to get nice, creamy background bokeh if you're into that sort of thing. Yeah. So even though I've been a little bit irresponsible and bought something that I wanted but didn't really need, I couldn't be any happier. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry once again for the lateness of this week's video, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.